alcohol, liquor, booze.
The good old days of old worldy clocks and hashtags. Ubisoft were exclusively in the 18 plus section this year, showing off a whole load of Tom Clancy games, but also this year's Assassin's Creed. Unfortunately, the queues were too long, but it was nice to check out the elaborate display for the game here, including a stage for photo opportunities with props.
Oh, cool, Nobby, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is, I'm gonna do a fedora trick. Here we go.
Oh, I don't want to be going down them streets, very dodgy. Ugh, especially that retail area. Oh, blimey.
Pretty bird, pretty bird, pretty bird.
What a bellend! Luckily, there were more demo pods of Syndicate in the Sony area of the expo, which had a much shorter queue, so we got to try it out there instead. So we jumped on that, we played that one together. I know Assassin's Creed's not really your bag, but
No, I thought I'd give it a go, yeah.
Yeah.
I just dicked about, I'm going to be honest.
Well, I thought you would.
I started to get on with the actual mission, but for the first 10 minutes, I jumped off the boat into the water and thrashed about. And when I got onto land, I discovered you could throw knives and you could aim it. So I was throwing knives at people's faces, which was quite mean. I can just imagine if the staff of the Sony section were watching me, they'd just be shaking their heads because I was just dicking about.
It's not called dicking about, Creed.
It should be.
Unfortunately, it wasn't one of those demos which I actually played a few months ago where you can actually explore the city. You were set on a mission and it was a very closed-in area. I was a little bit disappointed about that because I kind of enjoyed looking around ye olde London. I thought it was pretty cool. On this one, you were very much set. You started off jumping off of a boat into a large courtyard, and for me, just getting off the boat, I noticed the game was looking very ropey.
Yeah, there was no snap to grid, was there? That's why I fell in the water. It was like, how do you get off the boat? I just got splish.
Well, I think the problem with Assassin's Creed is there's too much snap to grid. You walk anywhere near a wall, you go, and you're on it. Sticky ninja. Well, basically, yeah, I jumped off the boat onto the dock, and just doing that, my character kind of jerked awkwardly during that jump. Now, obviously, you can forgive demo builds for doing that.
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, the game's only weeks away from being released. What are they doing? I'm not one to have a go at Assassin's Creed. I'm sort of the resident Lucky Hit Assassin's Creed fanboy. It takes a lot for me to sort of get a bit negative about it. I'm not going to be totally negative. You know, I'm never one to join in the internet sort of hate of Assassin's Creed, but they have not been helping themselves this generation. I'm really hoping that Syndicate's actually going to be good. You know, get it out, spend some time on it.
I'll tell you what I did like. I don't know if it's a new I hope it's a new feature. That zipline thing you could do. You just sort of press L1 near any. It was kind of like a Spider-Man kind of thing. You could just swing from building to building.
Well, they actually implemented that for a reason. They wanted to show London as close, as realistic as they possibly could. But obviously, London, the streets are very wide, so it's not like the other games where you can just hop from rooftop to rooftop across the entire town. This one, you got massive, great big open roads and large courtyards, so they had to think of a way around it. So the rope dart system is actually pretty good for that, and I have to admit that actually works fine, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can aim it very easily.
It seemed nigh endless though. I was testing it out myself. I was like, how far can this go? Ah, there we go.
Ah, brilliant.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It really is quite crazy.
Yeah.
So I was messing around with that. Yeah, again, just like yourself, I was testing out
Throwing
what
knives
you
at
could do
people's
with
faces. I threw a knife in a guy's knob. That was fun.
One thing I will say again about the ropiness of it, the new battle system kind of annoys me.
Yeah,
because
I couldn't get to grips with it because I was expecting. I've heard a lot about how you sort of wait for your opportunity, where someone will sort of do something a bit obvious and you'll press the counter button.
That's exactly.
It just wasn't happening.
That's what Assassin's Creed's always been about. This new system, they even said, it's more of a brawling system. Well, basically, you've just taken one of the sort of selling points of Assassin's Creed is the in-depth battle system.
No, now it's just tap, tap, tap,
yeah,
tap,
it
tap.
really was like that. I was tapping away. And the other thing that wasn't really working is when an enemy's about to shoot you, you can hold the triangle button or I think it's the circle button, to grab an enemy and sort of, make them a meat shield.
Yeah.
But it wasn't working. Every time I tried to do it, it wasn't actually doing anything.
Yeah.
So I ended up with circle flashing on the screen, going, press circle, and it wasn't doing anything, so I got shot in the face. So that annoyed me. The other thing that annoyed me was there was like a guy I was talking to who had like a big bushy beard, but it was all patchy and half of it wasn't loaded properly.
Well, that's just people from bloody London.
The animations looked a little out of place. People didn't emote very well.
Again, people from London.
And the other thing was as well was the voice acting was really bad.
Yeah.
Once again, they've got a load of like American voice actors and they've got an
to pretend
occasional
to be
British
from
actor
London.
dotted in there.
Yeah.
Whereas they could have just used British actors. I mean, they're not hard to find.
No.
There's a whole country full
There's
of them.
plenty of them, and they work for scratchings, they do. They work for dripping and bread. And a couple of Yorkies.
A couple of Yorkshire puds.
What I found was weird was, has it always been the case where you run up to someone and press the attack button and you'll just murder them, like you'll do a flashy stab in the neck and instantly loot them as well?
Yeah, I think that is new.
Weird.
Because the thing about Assassin's Creed is it's not like Metal Gear Solid where the enemies will see you and go, "Fring! Oh, you're the enemy." Basically, they'll sort of get suspicious of you because they don't know you.
Even when I was right
So
in
it
their
takes-
base, they were like, "Here, who are you, governor?
You've got
I ain't
like-
seen your wish round here."
You've got a few sort of
Knife in the face.
You've got a few seconds where they're sort of checking you out, and then they go, "Oh," and then that's when you can quickly take them out. And if someone sees you doing that, then the whole alarm gets raised.
Yeah.
So you can in quite a few situations you can just run up and stab a guy.
Cool, blimey, call the Rosas.
So anyway, my thing about Assassin's Creed Syndicate is I don't really like the way it plays at the moment. I really hope that we're just playing a demo build that they haven't bothered to really update over the last few months, which kind of looks like the case, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, it is just an old demo build. I
Yeah,
really
maybe-
hope that's the case.
Maybe the one all those people were queuing for was a more updated.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe there's a reason why we only got in after 10 minutes. But even as someone who doesn't play Assassin's Creed, I did feel like it was a sort of lesser offering, if you like. They're probably just ironing out the creases with an old Cockney copper iron, you know, made out of copper, even though it's called an iron. What's that about?
Well, what I'm hoping is that, the gameplay-wise, it does need a bit of work. But what is really good is the look. The city looks fantastic. It looks really well detailed. It's fun to walk around. And that's one of the real selling points of Assassin's Creed anyway. Has always been the real representation of these cities. Ridiculously detailed and grammatically correct to some extent. I mean, I don't know if you can sell a game on just the fact that I want to wander around the city a bit. So I'm really hoping that this game will be far more polished on release. But in the meantime, it's fun to have a walk around. I want to play lots.
I don't.
Oh dear. The stands are about as well built as their games. For gamers, by gamers, start game. Game. The gamers bus. For gamers. Gamers only bus. Gamers.